much work from the NGO CSW New York. You know, it was amazing work that has been done during the past, I would say, year. So I want to welcome the chair of NGO CSW New York, our wonderful friend and colleague, Houri Godelekian, just to welcome everybody.
Oh, wow. Thank you. What an honor. I just wanted to listen in because I have not been able to do a lot of these caucuses and side events or parallel events. I am so happy to be here. I'm so proud of you all. It's just, we could not have done this without you. I am as strong as you are. I am as free as you are. And I just wanted to say that and just keep doing the work. And as I was telling Lena, this is only the beginning. Women will never stop fighting for what is right. And we're gonna keep fighting. So thank you. I'm here with whatever I can support. Thanks, Lena.
Thank you so much, Houri. I would like, since this is our last CSW day, I also would like to introduce, and for those of you who were in our previous Arab Caucus meeting, bear with us. I would like to ask our co-convener, my co-conveners, the wonderful Samira and Diana, to introduce themselves, and our youth MENA interns also to introduce themselves. So Samira, and then Diana, and then Nadine and Miriam, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Samira Abdel, board member of the Association Démocratique des Femmes du Maroc, donc I'm from Morocco. I'm very happy and delighted to be among of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Houri, for being with us. Thank you, Devan, for the wonderful work you are doing. Thank you, Lena, for leading this caucus. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Abu Abbas. I am a co-chair for the MENA region, and I'm also a representative for the youth group. I am also the executive director at Matza Sexual Health Center, which is based in Beirut, Lebanon.
Thank you. And I think Nadine, and I'm not sure about Miriam, but I know Nadine is with us. Nadine, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hi, everyone. I'm Nadine Chaar. I'm an undergrad at the American University of Beirut, and I'm also in the MEPTLS Gender Scholar Program. And through that, I had the opportunity to even get an internship with NGO CSW MENA region. And I'm also very excited to be here and to get to know all of you strong women. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Nadine.
Thank you. Miriam, are you with us? I see Miriam.
Yes, I am. I will be for the next 30 minutes. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. I'm Miriam. I'm actually also a part of the youth interns for CSW MENA region. And I'm, as well as Nadine, and part of the Gender Scholars Program at the American University of Beirut. And it's my uttermost pleasure to be working with such inspiring women. And I would like to thank Houri and Devin for hosting this and letting us have this platform here today. And thank you, Lena.
Wonderful. And a big shout out to Devin, without whom we wouldn't be here today. So Devin, thank you ever so much. I mean, particularly for the Luddites like me, who haven't got a clue how to get into the room. You've been an incredible support to all of us. Before we start and this open conversation at, closing, as we close the CSW and as we, look towards Jeff, and maybe I might ask Houri for some information or some direction. Yes, Houri, for Jeff. Let me just reiterate what we have agreed last time. This is a space for MENA feminists and the friends of the and feminist friends of women from the MENA region. This is a safe feminist space. This is an inclusive space where we are incredibly clear, outspoken, vocal about everybody's right to have rights and everybody's right to be represented. We will not be tolerating any form of oppression, exclusion, discrimination, and we will not be reproducing what our regimes in the region do. So this is the purpose of this amazing space, and I'm ever so grateful to my colleagues and to the wonderful friends and feminist sisters at NGO CSW New York. So this is the last convening, and what we thought is if we could use this time, again, this is an open space. If we could reflect on our own engagement with the CSW this year, our main takeaway, anything that we want to contribute, and also just spend a little bit of time with Huri's guidance, thinking about the next step, the post-CSW. So Jeff in Mexico, and then Jeff in Paris. So without further ado, basically the floor is yours. If you could just raise your hand so I can give you the floor in a way that is, we try to be organized as much as possible. So the floor is yours. Anybody? We're rarely silent in our region, so I wonder what's happening today. Maybe it's the end of CSW blues, but
Hello?
Amel, تفضلي.
Yes, hi. I'm Amel Lakhdari from Algeria, from the representing the Union of Algerian Women, الاتحاد الوطني للنساء الجزائريات. I forgot the translation in English, so it's a bit different. I'm really happy that I could manage and get into this room. Yeah, and because no one spoke, so I thought I'd say something. And one thing I would mention is if what's happening today and over these 2 weeks carries on, since it's virtual, and there is the space, if it lasts, if it stays, it doesn't shut down, it carries on, would be really good, because accessing internet, accessing Zoom, accessing platforms and forums is not accessible to everyone, is not easy to understand and use by everyone, and especially in terms of women and young women in small areas, in small regions, it takes time. Maybe we can, as us in this forum and in this platform, we can facilitate it and make it easier to access and lasts for long. Maybe why not all the time? Why do we need to shut it? Just keep it on and keep these meetings going on and sustain it. So by keeping it going on, we need to sustain it, all of us as a group. Thank you.
Thank you, Amel. And I think this is, I think probably this reflects the sentiments of most of us, given the momentum that is always created in a CSW. I know, Huri would confirm this, but this is the first time I think we get 25K in terms of people. And how do we keep this momentum going? That's a perfectly legitimate, question for all of us. I'm sure we all want to, continue one way or the other. As I said, the floor is yours. So Wafa, تفضلي. Wafa, Abdel Rahman.
Good morning. My name is Wafa Abdel Rahman. I'm director and founder of Palestiniat, a media organization for youth and women. You can hear me, right? Yes.
Yes, Wafa. Yes.
I have actually one comment and a question. The question is, this is my first time to attend CSW, despite the fact I was part of always the local discussions in Palestine concerning the CSW and the participation of women organizations. My question to you, has it been any different this year? Do you feel there is like a step forward? Because from the discussions that I attended, I felt we're repeating the same concerns, where maybe the only added aspect was the COVID-19 and its implications on us. But in terms of states and their reactions, are you optimistic somehow? This is my question. My comment when you were talking about a safe place in a previous meeting, I raised something and there was a comment about it that didn't make me happy. The question of the local vis-a-vis the global. The local is global and the global is local nowadays. I cannot really not distinguish given all the specificities of the different countries, but I cannot think globally if I don't think locally. And there was this comment when I brought Palestine, like, no, we cannot talk about specific countries. No, we share a lot because of the local context. When I talk about the shrinking space of civil society, this is not only a Palestinian thing, it's actually all over. Look at Egypt, look at Lebanon, look at all the Arab countries, and this shrinking space, in my opinion, should be addressed more, because it's not only about the women that we target, it's also us who are working with women. Our space is suffocating. It's shrinking to an extent. I don't know in a few years if this will continue. Will we have CSW, Arab states, etc.? So that was my comment. Thank you for giving me the chance to talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Wafa. And without wanting to comment on every comment, but you're absolutely right. I think what gives us strength as feminists, as intersectional feminists, is being grounded where we are. And this is actually what allows us to connect with our sisters, both regionally and globally. Samira, tfaddali.
Yeah, thank you, Lina. May I talk in Arabic or?
We don't have translation, so
Okay,
I think
okay.
the
So
only
I'll try.
is English.
Okay, I'll try to. I hope I will succeed. So I will jump just on what Amal and Wafa had said now, the global and the local. I think I want to share a Moroccan experience of NGOs, Moroccan NGOs, feminist NGOs. I think the first, this year was the first time we really did a statement, and we on what is on things are happening now at CSW65, and I think it's really helpful. Really helpful because we have the same voice, and we succeed to make it a national issue. There was we had a press point, and we talk a lot about the CSW65. And the first time also we had some meetings at the local level, which is very important. I think this virtual version helped a lot of NGOs at the local level to attend, to understand what is going on, and I hope we will continue to just to pursue the agreed conclusions, and as well to be more prepared for the CSW66. I hope this platform also we can have networks that help us to be to have or help our voice to be heard. I'm sorry.
No, please. It's perfectly clear. I know that Diana wants to say something, and Joel, would you like to say something? Yes. Okay. So Diana first, and then Samira Habibti, could you put your hand down? Yeah. So Diana first, and then Joel Boufarhat.
Thank you, Lina. I totally agree with you, Samira, and I think it's relevant from now on to see how we can have a hybrid approach to CSW and to have online and physical meetings so that we can be more inclusive. This is something that's up for discussion in NGO CSW New York for the next year, I guess, and the regions, and to see how we can plan. And we should also consider for our region how to have translation and interpretation always budgeted for and present for our meetings so that everyone can be comfortable speaking and expressing themselves, and so that we don't miss out on anything. I would also like, judging from the meeting we had, the event we had for youth in February, I think I would also like us to have more networking for young people and more collaboration. And this is something that we can work on in the coming year so that we prepare for the next CSW.
Definitely. So, Huri, I'm glad you're with us, because I think the overall feeling is that the period to work is between two CSWs. Where we should focus our efforts. Joelle Abu Farhat, تفضلي.
Hi everyone. Actually, I'm Joelle Abu Farhat, and I'm co-founder of 50/50. Our NGO aims at increasing the number of women in politics. We work in Lebanon mainly, and we've been in this field for the past 9 years. So I'm happy to join today. This is my first time. And definitely, I was saying to Lina, I would like to stay connected, because I believe that when we collaborate, we can join effort and we can reach, more of our targets. So thank you very much, and hope to stay connected with everyone. Thanks. And thank you, Lina.
Thank you, Joelle. Any other comments about the CSW? What we do next? I have Orna.
Hello, everybody. I'm Orna, and I'm from Israel, and I'm a member in a movement called Women Wage Peace. It's a non-partial movement. It's a diverse movement, grassroots movement. And we had a very exciting event on Wednesday. And we have now, I wanted to tell you about our project. We have a very exciting project with the Palestinian women. And I wanted to read it for you, because I'm very excited, so I'm sorry. I'll read it, okay? And I'm talking to you because I'm turning to you, because I believe that you can have a very big role in this project.
Orna, could you, if it's a document, could you share it in the chat box, so that, because we really don't have a lot of time. So if you share it in the chat box, that's more effective, time effective.
I'll see if I can do it. Miri, are you here?
Yes, I can do it for you.
Thank you. Thank
you. Any other comments? May I ask you to put your hand down so that I can see other hands up? Any other comments, please? Yes, Gulsan. Gulsan.
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you, Lina, for this great meeting. I think it's very important, as Joelle said, this kind of platform helps to work better, to include our efforts. Also, maybe we can work on fellowship in between the country, at least MENA region maybe. So thank you so much, and keep in touch, keep connected. Thank you.
Any other comments from Gulsan? Can I ask you to put your hand down? Reem Abu Hassan. Sure. Reem?
Good afternoon. It's from Amman. Good afternoon, Lina, and all the colleagues. It's wonderful, Lina, to see you again and to hear many of the comments today. I'd like to actually highlight the fact that what we need really between the two CSWs is really to work on family laws. And when we work on family laws, not just the personal status law for Muslims, but also Christian family laws in our part of the world, at least in Jordan and a place like Lebanon. And we have in Jordan an initiative on reforming the Christian family laws and working with the church councils and many of lawyers. So I think that that is something that we need to look at for the next CSW, because Lina, as you know, and the others know, family law really is a major component in the empowerment of women, especially within the family unit and outside. And again, thank you for all the comments, and it's great to be able to join this session.
Thank you so much. If there aren't any other comments on the CSW per se, do my co-chair want to say anything? Okay, I want to just to share with you a couple of just pieces of information. Our wonderful youth interns have made available the third draft in Arabic. It's on our page. It's on the NGO CSW page, the Arab region page. So please visit it and please contact our youth interns, because we would really welcome any addition, as I said last time, to our page. This is everybody's page. Nadine, our youth intern, can share. Nadine, are you able? Okay, Nadine, can you share the screen and just make sure that everybody sees the
yes,
Arab
of course
page? And Nadine has added her email in the chat box, so please contact Nadine, and you also have the link. So let's do this, and then I want to turn to Huri because we absolutely must talk about Jeff.
The screen sharing is disabled.
Nadine, you should be able to screen share now. I made you a co-host.
Okay, thank you. So as last time, Miriam also shared the screen to show you what the page looks like now, and this is the Arabic draft that we posted. And there's also an Arabic version of the Declaration on the Status of Women's Rights in Morocco for the 56th session of the Commission on the Status of Women. And these are just other previous documents that we have also been posting. So this is our page. So please do send us emails if you need us to also post anything on there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nadine. As I said, this is everybody's place. So please, based on the same principle of safe space, generosity in sharing feminist knowledge, but essentially safe, inclusive space. So please feel free to contact Nadine or Miriam, and we would be happy to. And as we go into the next post-CSW, pre-Jeff Mexico, we're going to intensify using our virtual space as a space also for convening for the upcoming events. So Huri, Jeff is going to start on Monday. So we would really appreciate your thoughts and also, you know, not just information, but also your thoughts in terms of how the Arab region could be more engaged in the upcoming Jeff.
Thank you for the opportunity, Lina. I really felt like I was coming just to listen, but to be able to respond, you all are inspiring me. First of all, the comments that happened up until now are inspiring me to speak up. I want to address the keeping momentum going. That is something that, you know, I've only been in this world for 10 years. Lina and so many of my idols have been doing this for so many years, so they have a lot more experience than me. But what I've been bringing to the table is really, even though I'm in the older generation, is really trying to figure out a new way of doing things, right? Because sometimes when you're in a situation, you just keep doing the same thing and it works, it doesn't work, you keep moving. But it was really important for us, both me, my executive committee, and the global planning committee, which I'm so proud of this year, is how do we keep this momentum going? Because we get exhausted after CSW, we take a week off and we're like, okay, now what? Well, the platform will be open for a year, by the way. I don't know if people know this. We will, I think an email went out already. That's how lost we are in our brains. We don't even know what we're sharing right now. But so you can keep engaging on the platform, and that's fine. And it's great. And I'm happy about that. But one of the things that the platform also taught us is that it doesn't matter how privileged you are, how North American white women you are, you still have issues in joining platforms. You still have issues with engaging technically. And I'm talking about myself as well, because a lot of us don't take the time to read instructions. Honestly, that's what we've figured out. And it was a lot of burden on our tiny little staff of 4. So the reason I'm saying all of this is because I want everybody to be aware what it takes to create a movement and how to move forward. And that it really takes everybody's collaboration, patience, collaboration, patience, and of course, I'm going to say it, the shared leadership, right? We're all leaders in this together. Our goal is to improve our lives. And I'm going to refer to the local global, which I completely believe in. Everything we do has to be based on the idea that these advocacy tools can be used globally and locally. These thoughts, these recommendations should be applied with tweaking, of course. There's always some tweaking in language and in culture and whatever, but the local and global is very important. What's different this year? And I'm getting to the Jeff, Lena. I'm not forgetting your question, but to me, I'm a big picture person. So I have to look at it that way. What's different this year is that starting in June 2019, when UN Women said, we're tired of going to CSW and arguing about documents and being disappointed or not disappointed, and then we're not getting results. And that's how Jeff was born, right? Generation Equality Forum. So it's based on the model of what CSW does, but it's parallel to CSW. I know you all know this, just in case you don't. And actually, of course, COVID happened and it shook everything up, and we keep adjusting to what we need to do. And that's what women do. That's what activists do. They just keep adjusting what the world throws at them, right? So Jeff is happening, and it's happening as best that it could because of all the changes. Like the idea that we still can't meet in person is going to make a difference, right? Refer to what I said about the technical issues. And also, Jeff is not as open as CSW. I mean, we did not expect 25,000 people. We just said, all right, let's try this model of anybody can come. Anybody can have as many events as they want. Of course, we want to shoot ourselves for saying that, because it was a lot of work. Over 700 events, 25,000 people for a small team of 4 is unheard of. But it's also, again, a model that we all can do this. We're not any more special than any one of you. You all can do this too. So with Generation Equality Forum, I think the piece that I want to bring together here, and then I'll tell you more details of what to expect. The idea of Jeff was to create something that was different and that something else would emerge from it. For example, I still believe in CSW. I'm still the chair. I think I'm going to keep being the chair, because we'll see what happens in June, because I believe in that local global. So I think CSW does give us the opportunity to bring the local voices and then here. But what happens is that, like you see right now, they're still negotiating, the member states. They get stuck on stupid words. They get, and then I know that's important. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that words matter, documents matter. But my point has always been, there's so many good agreements on paper already that we are not even trying to implement and hold them accountable. Why are we arguing on things that they're getting stuck on? And guess what? That's what member states want. They want us to keep fighting for those tiny little details while there are major things that we still need to accomplish and achieve. That's just my personal additional thought that I'm putting out there. I could be wrong, and I'm perfectly capable of arguing with people about that. But the bottom line is that how do we work together to advance and not get stuck on arguments? How do we co-lead and share opportunities that can uplift as many people as possible and not get stuck on this is mine, that's yours, this is my space, that is your space. And we're hoping GEF can do that. We're still waiting for what is going to emerge out of GEF. Mexico is happening, and I think something good is going to come out of it no matter what. I am not disappointed. Something amazing is going to come out of it because amazing thinkers are going to gather and discuss what we have on the table, right? And we'll see what happens. So I think they have about 9,000 or 9,000, about 9,000 people applied. I think they want to make sure that they don't take more people because they don't want to be overwhelmed, and they want to concentrate on the content more than volume. For us at NGO CSW, we wanted to show the world, we wanted to show the member states that there are women out there watching them, which is why I did not want to stop taking people in, if you want to call it that, right? Like people registering. And we keep reminding them that 25,000 people are watching them, and there's more, you know, if we had the space. So I wanted to really just say that, and also just reiterate the fact that we want to come from a place of abundance and not scarcity. I've been saying this every time I have the mic, because I have noticed that's what creates the discord. You know, there are a lot of issues that we don't agree with within our own community, within the progressive feminist community, which really shocked me or surprised me sometimes, because I thought, hold on a minute, we're supposed to be the people who bring your voices to the global stage. And I'm trying to really be inclusive, but if you're going to come to a platform that you're invited to and then push certain population out because you don't believe in them, that is not acceptable. The anti-science community has no space in the human rights community. And you heard it from me, and I'm going to keep standing up for them. And I don't have to personally be their champion. You know, I don't have to be the trans LGBTQI pro-abortion champion. I have my own battles to fight, right? But I am telling you, it's either human rights for all, or else we're all gonna fail. And mark my word for it. And I'll stop here because there's other stuff I want to say, but I don't want to take up too much time. I'll end with the quote that I'm just going to keep talking about. It's from Fannie Lou Hamer, this sharecropper African slave who became a voting right champion. She said, nobody is free until everybody is free. So please consider that when you're trying to create space for you and push people out. Unacceptable. Thank you.
Actually, thank you so much, Huri, for this. I can't tell you how timely this is, because we, particularly in this region, in this is the battle we fight every single, I was going to say a word that starts with F and another with an S, but I will refrain. This is the battle that we fight every single day. There is no place for those who exclude. There is no place for those who are homophobe or transphobe or any kind of phobia. It is either explicit human rights for all, or sorry, we can't be together. So thank you very much. I can't tell you how timely your statement is, and I want to point out to the fact that the platform this year has been incredibly, and this is something we experienced ourselves from the MENA region, has been incredibly clear on safeguarding the space, on making sure that the space is a safe space for all of us, and that it's not used even in any way possible to bully women, and by women I mean all women, or to express any anti-human rights, anti-anything, any transphobe, homophobe statements. So thank you ever so much, Huri. And thank you for the clarification on Jeff. I don't think we expect the process to be incredibly perfect. This is the first time, but what we're gathering from the comments that we received in this conversation, that we are all in for the fight until the next CSW, and I think we can deal with the system now much better than when COVID started. I think we can. I know we're all tired, and I would like us to conclude the meeting. So I'm just going to ask my co-chairs if they would like to make any final comments, and then we can basically just thank you all for an amazing CSW again. Well, anyway, let me give the floor to Samira and Diana first. Samira?
Yeah. Thank you, Lina. So I think the most important lesson that we can learn is to be prepared well before the session. So let us it's up to us. Let us work for the 66th session of the CSW. Thank you, everyone.
Diana?
Thank you, Lina and Huri and Samira. I cannot speak enough about the inclusivity and making this a space that is friendly for everyone, and where our most vulnerable women can speak up when it comes to the trans women, the refugee women, the rural women, women with disability. Everyone should have a space to speak, and they should feel welcome and safe. So I think personally, this is something that I will be working on for the next year. And I hope that everyone else will join and be on board. Thank you.
Thank you. And, before we leave, I just want to remind us all that Sarah Higazi, our sister from Egypt, our LBQ sister from Egypt, who was oppressed in so many ways by her family, by the state, by her community, and who had to flee to Canada, killed herself because she was alone, because nobody stood by her, because actually we exercised, not those in the room, but overall, all sorts of oppression were exercised against her, all sorts of injustice she had witnessed. Let us at least dedicate this meeting to Sarah Higazi and the many like her, whom actually we didn't notice. And I hope that it will never happen again. So Huri and Devon, thank you ever so much. Our wonderful interns, thank you ever so much. I think we're not finishing. We're just starting towards Jeff and towards CSW 66. Thank you, and we're still standing, and we'll stay standing.